we said, that are maybe have kids or animals that don't want to get pesticide poisoning, and that's just really the main focus.
Now, we're gonna have three main channels. We're gonna use distributors that are gonna move our medium to large size products. They're gonna cover our shipping, and we're gonna have our customers order from our distributors. We're also gonna try to sell in retail in places like Lowe's, Home Depot, and we're gonna be using moving small size products, and we're gonna be targeting individual customers. And our last one is bulk industrial. We're gonna be moving our large barrels to large industrial operations.
So our main competition is Syngenta, and this is a map of everywhere that Syngenta is located just in the US. So they made $16.7 billion in revenue in 2021. That's not profit or anything like that. They have the same target, but however, they're not as safe. As you can see, they had a poisoning of farmers in India. They had a whole scandal about it, a lawsuit and everything. I think they ended up losing up to, 14 billion in that one lawsuit by itself. And our solution to the carbamazine organophosphates, which is the main chemicals that cause the pesticide poisoning and the whole scandal that they had, is to provide with granulotoxins instead. Granulotoxins come from mad honey, and you can buy it for about $59 for 50 grams to about $220 to 200 grams. That's off multiple different sites. You can get that from mainly in India, and that's the main place it comes from. And then with the granulotoxins, about 2.6 ounces a gallon is the pesticide part. That is diluted with water, so it's not just pesticides. So that changes our whole price scheme and everything. And then our plan, our total accessible market, like he said, landowners and farmers, that's everyone we can get to. Our serviceable accessible market would be new farmers that probably don't have contracts with big, like Syngenta, big pesticide companies. And that would usually be about 50% of Americans. That would be 7.9 million. And then 44% of them are affected, like you said. So I think that would be a lot of people that would come to us to not get affected by that. And then we want to sell, like you said, local stores, distributors, social media, website, just any way we can get the word out, get people to buy it. And then our financial model, so we just sell three different kinds. So a gallon, that's the main one people use. Barrels, that's the industrial size, it would be 42 gallons. And then a spray bottle. So we have them priced at anchor pricing by the barrel. Barrel is $2,500. Flat price for this one. Obviously, if you get it industrial, like in bulk, you probably get it cheaper. But we use 80, 2,500, and 24, and then we get it out per month for the first year. And then we obviously said that towards like December, like August, all the late months, not many people are gonna buy pesticides, at least in the US. And then year 1, year 2, year 3, you have it all right here, based on talking to our coach, talking to our mentor, talking like everyone, calling farmers and everything. The year 1 to year 2 growth rate that we came down to was 750%, and then year 2 to year 3 was 500%. So after year 1, if we got loans, got everything like that, the revenue we make $54,832. Year 2 would be $466,000, and then year 3 would be about $2.8 million. So that's just all that. And then looking up on Syngenta, everything, Amazon, the cheapest gallon we could find for pesticides was $40, and the most expensive one was $131. That's just for 1 gallon. And then if we wanted to get it into Walmart, they would take 15% of all of our sales. If we want to get it at Lowe's, it would be 5%. And I didn't put this on here, but Kroger they help us make it, but then they just take a certain amount of money per each one. So they won't take 50%. So as Walmart and Lowe's, if we change the price, they'll take 50% or 5% still. Kroger will have like a set plan for amount of money per one we sell. So if we change the price and up it, Kroger won't take any more money as where Walmart and Lowe's will. Utility patents, we plan to get utility patents, copyrights, trade secrets, and trademarks for the chemicals we put in, the percentages we put in, our logo, and everything. To do that, we would go to USPTO and just basically ask them and put in a form, and they would come back to us saying if it's legal or not, and we would go with the legal rights to get to it. Our second plan is like, how do we get this out? So we plan obviously in the DFW area where we live, going around like Lantana, just going Argyle, just around here. And then once we get a little bigger, we plan to go west instead of south. Because more west over here is more big land places. There's not a lot of big land in Austin, Houston, Galveston. That's a lot of like either big cities or down here, a lot of sand beaches and all that. So over here, more pesticides will be used, so we want to break it out over here. And then again, still want to continue northwest, Wyoming, Colorado, Idaho, Utah, all the major places that are more spread out instead of built upwards.
This is our QR code for our website. Pretty much it's just information about us, more about what we're trying to do, and same with our social media, our Instagram. Sorry, but yeah, that was that. Thank you for your time. Any questions?
So are we a weed killer or a bug killer?
Mainly a weed killer, because the chemical buildup with weeds is different than the DNA and bugs and all that. So we probably maintain with weeds mostly.
Do you know anybody around here that uses similar products?
Yes, so the way I came up with this is my parents use pesticides a lot, and a lot of the time they would just call the guy that would, that would come and spray your yard for you, and they would pay him to do it. Because one time my dad used to do it, and then he got pesticide poisoning from it, so I wanted to find out if there was a way to get rid of the pesticide poisoning or help reduce the chances of getting pesticide poisoning. And then like a lot of people in Montana use it just to keep their yards good. In Argyle more because it's more spread out in Argyle. Just around here, there's a good amount of people and places that use it. So I figured it would be a good product to make.
You showed the unit price. Did you talk about the cost? Is that on that?
The cost to make the unit, we have not figured that out yet, because it would depend on who we would go to, how much they would cost, how much we would make within the first year. Just depends on all that. Our startup cost, we roughly estimated about $17,000 for startup cost.
Anything else? All right, thank you guys very much.